Put you in for sophomore.
But he's selling. He's
Yeah.
doing. Anthony's done a great job for us. I mean, so he was here what, 7 months then,
Yeah.
and you did over $500,000.
Yeah,
So-
with no sales experience besides these guys. Seriously, fucking, I can't. You know.
Well,
Right,
he,
you'll learn a
he
lot.
was making rap videos before.
Oh yeah.
And now he's still making them. And
Better now.
You still learning?
Yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Ongoing process, right?
Yeah. I feel like you stop learning, you stop living. You know what I mean?
Right. Absolutely right. Especially in this, right? We got all kinds of tidbits.
Oh my god. Yeah. You forget it.
Literally
Yeah.
tidbits.
Tidbits. Tickle bitties.
Tidbit. Tickle bitties. Nice. All right, you guys fill out your no compete. Obviously, there's things here that, our company, like Dave said, we molded the program off of Hanson's. It's, there's things though, that are in our system that are just not out there that you obviously have to be privy to. We're not gonna, in other words, we're not gonna teach you all this stuff and then you can just go to another company, or you can decide to open up your masonry again, and oh well, now I can sell. I'm gonna be more successful.
Right.
So that's therefore the no compete clause. And Levi is definitely a stickler when it comes to that.
Okay.
They'll chase you down.
Bottom line, don't steal our shit, don't steal our customers.
Dave, he's got to bring his. He's got to bring his social security card in tomorrow. Yeah, and then I emailed you Jason's. So, okay. All right, what was that? All right. So, just to let you guys know, over this first week, like Dave mentioned, roofing is our #1 project, our #1 lead that you probably run. You'll see a few more roofs than anything else. It is all digital. It's all, you go up there, take pictures with your phone. But as you guys know, when it comes to computers and things of that, there's always a possibility of failure. I was out on one Saturday where I was, in the middle of the woods. And it kept saying it was downloading, and then it failed. Then it said it was downloading, and then it failed. So it took a little bit, okay? It did finally come through. My experience, I had it pegged at a 50 square roof. It came back, it was 48. So I wouldn't have been in trouble just taking a stab in the dark at it. But guys, that comes from 30 years of experience and seeing houses, multiple houses, the same size, frame and everything. So we still need to teach you guys how to measure. You still have to go through that process in case something, comes up and you can't go, oh, well shit, I can't do this lead because my phone don't work, right? That's it's not like your car breaking down and you can't get to the job. So we're gonna take some time. We're gonna show you how to measure jobs, how to figure it out. We're also going to walk you through the process of being able to figure out that job, without the help of our computer app, and then obviously taking the time to show you guys how to punch in, everything on your computer app as well. So there's a few different things over the next couple days that we're going to be talking about, and most of it pertains to roofing. Then on Wednesday we're going to get into a little bit more we'll review the roofing, but then we're going to get into siding. okay? So we'll be covering siding, how to pitch it, how to demo, some of the different do's and don'ts of that stuff. All the way along, we're also gonna be showing you guys some of the closing techniques, you know, that we have. Because one of the things we do is we have what's called a 4-box system. And we go through and we're gonna show you the reasons why we use what we use and why we do it. You know, he had mentioned Hanson's. It's relatively only a portion of what Hanson's doesn't even do it the same way anymore. You know, they've changed their program over the years, but the basic program that got them on the road, you know, that put them on the map is this particular process here. So we'll go over some of that. And then Friday, we're gonna basically work mostly on the closing and everything. And then the following week, when that gets here, we'll go over that. But basically, the next couple days, we're gonna be covering roofing, some closing, and going over some of the different things. Now, you can see here, these are our expectations and what we expect out of a salesperson. You know, David made the comment about you know, not lying to people, okay? That's not what we're in business for. We're not the greasy salesman that's gonna tell them something just to buy the job, okay? We frown on that, okay? We don't want you telling a customer, oh yeah, we'll fix that if you do the roof, okay? If you're gonna fix something for them, you better put it in writing and you better charge them for it, because we will fix it. You know, don't tell them you're gonna do something just to get the job, because all that's gonna do is make an unhappy customer, and it's not gonna make Dave happy, it's not gonna make Dale happy, and everybody's gonna be screaming and yelling, okay? Now, obviously, the attitude, guys, I mean, that's just, that's at the forefront. You know, if you come in here and you're Debbie Downer all the time, oh, this and that, da, 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 you're probably not gonna fit in. You won't be happy, you're not gonna like your job, it's just not gonna work. This is a high-paced job. I was just talking to the new guy. He kind of messed up. He didn't get pictures on the job. He actually slid. I don't know how this job got past me and got to Dave, but Dave, you know, and Dave's busy. I'm not blaming Dave. I'm blaming myself. Because I don't know where I didn't see him turn that contract in. He's got no pictures. His contract was vague. We go out there to do the job, and the customer's losing their mind because we're not doing what he thinks we're getting. That's the whole reason behind the contract, right? Is so that you can write all the details down. You know, he's like, he's on the phone. He's like, well, fuck, I gotta go over here, and then I gotta run to this one, and I gotta go over here and that one, and then I gotta go see this. Plus, I gotta run my leads. I said, welcome to the life of a salesman who makes money, because that's how it is, guys. It's gonna be fast-paced. You know, you gotta take care of your customers. You know, they got jobs being installed. Maybe they got a question. You gotta run over there. Then you gotta go hit your appointment. Oh shit, I didn't get pictures on this job. So you gotta run over here. But then there's also days where, you know, like I told you guys before, maybe you get a noon and a 6. You know, you drive up to your noon, they're not home. We don't have anything else for you. You can do one of two things. Either you can knock doors and try to get another customer, or, you know, make some more money, or you can go fucking golf. I don't give a shit. You know? You know, so this is, you know, it's an awesome job when you're working it and your head's in the game.
You're a big golfer?
Yeah, we all are around here. All salesmen are golfers. I mean, that's just
My dad owns a golf course at 15 in
Maple Lanes?
Yeah, Maple Lanes.
Really?
So he bought it within the last 15, 20 years?
No, within 2 or 3 years.
Oh, okay.
They bought it, we're getting ready to develop condos all the way around it. So we're
Yeah, I thought they were
minimizing
selling
the
it.
3 18 courses to 2 and building around it.
Good, you can give us that little rock solid discount, right?
There we go. My whole family, I mean, MJC Homes, Lombardo, Palazzolo, that's my whole entire family.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Okay. This is number 2. We have bi-weekly meetings, which I told you, Tuesdays and Thursdays. It says 9 o'clock. We want you guys in here at 9 o'clock if you have paperwork to turn in, you know, from the day before or from Saturday. You know, get your paperwork turned in. The meeting starts at 9:30. One thing we hate are guys strolling in at 9:35 because we're trying to get the meeting going. We got a day ahead of us. You know, you guys might not have any. Usually on those days we don't have leads till 12 o'clock because we have our meeting. And most of the time the meetings are important. You know, sometimes they're just little kick around meetings, but you know, they're still a meeting. So, you know, when you stroll in at, 9:30 because you don't, or 9:35 because you're not worried about it because you don't have a lead at 12. Well, there's other things going on in here where we got to get the day rolling. So we need everybody in here. We need you on time. We're not going to cut your head off if you're a couple minutes late here and again. But for the most part, be on time. Don't fuck around. But also don't be. We got the one guy who's, he would come in. All right, get here at 9:30, guys. He's here at quarter to 9. And just walking around. Yeah, I mean,
Wasting the.
Yeah, and that's more weird than it is anything else. It doesn't matter. I mean, go grab a book and sit in the corner for all I care, right? You can get here at 8 o'clock in the morning. But yeah, it's just kind of weird when guys do that. But anyway, if you got business to handle, that's fine. Dress code, obviously, dress for success, like we talked. Once you guys get in here, we'll get you some shirts, some polos, with the Rock Solid name on it. We might even have some for you. For you, I already took all the big ones.
Custom order.
So, and obviously if you're gonna wear the collared shirt, we want you to wear a nice pair of slacks. Okay, if you're gonna dress like I am and you wanna throw a pair of jeans on, that's okay, because
Looks good.
the combination goes together a lot better. If you're gonna wear jeans, put a coat on, Obviously, you have to say this, sock, shower, and deodorant, guys. We're not, this isn't a 7th grade health class. Take care of yourself, shave, if you're letting your shit grow, let it grow, Try to trim it up the best you can till you get it to where you want it. We had a guy in here, he had a beard down here. That's fine. Not an issue. You want, if that's what you're looking for, that's fine. But at least, clean yourself up. And you can see here that obviously we don't want you coming in here with, even though it's in style, holes in the jeans and things of that nature. We want you to be more professional. And truth be told, guys, when you go in a house and you're talking with somebody and the guy's, he's just got a shirt on, it's not ironed, it's all wrinkled up, and he's got a pair of slacks that got dog hair all over them.
Mustard on.
And you're gonna kind of be like, man, that's, is that person gonna really want to buy from you?
Yeah.
Probably not. Probably not. And so when you dress more professional, people like dealing with professionals. When they go in somewhere, you wanna deal with somebody who seems like they know what they're doing and what they're talking about. So when you come across that way and you're dressed nice, goes a lot more. We had a couple of the guys last year. We were a little lax on our dress codes, and kind of made a point to have them all, start dressing up a little bit more, and they started putting ties on and shit like that. Next thing you know, man, they noticed it. They could tell they were getting more respect. They started selling a little more. There's just don't know why, but there's a little, there's kind of power to it.
Yeah.
Just like, you walk into the gas station, you see a guy wearing a suit and tie, you think, oh, he's important. He's not a garbage guy, not a garbage man. But you look at him and you say, hey, this guy must be important. He's got, he's got something going on where he's got to dress and he's got to look good. So, dressing for success. And I do have to say the sock thing, make sure you put socks on. We worked with a guy, he refused to wear socks. Well, when you go in somebody's house and they ask you to take your shoes off,
Right, then you're fucking barefoot.
then you're barefoot, right?
But
So-
there is those guys that wear like those valley loafers and shit.
Yeah,
and
tom-toms and stuff.
Yeah,
no
well,
socks. And
well, and I get that. And if you have those kind of shoes, don't wear them to work.
right.
Right.
Or if you do, at least have a pair of booties. I mean, we got booties up there that you slip over your shoes.
Yeah.
But yeah, this guy, he wouldn't, he's like, I'm not taking my shoes off in somebody's home. Well, what happens if you go to the customer, they're Japanese?
Yeah.
Donnie Brasco.
That's like, that's like a sin in their religion. That's like smacking them in the face if you don't take your shoes off when you go into the house. So that's important. The installs. Okay, you can see here mandatory installs. The reason we want you guys on your installs is because you're the face of the company. You're the one that sold them the job. So when they're out there and they see a bunch of guys out there that they've never even seen before, and here you are, you're the one who sold them the job, it's good to have them see your face.
Yep.
Here's another thing. At that point in time, it's a good time to start asking for referrals. Okay? Hey, obviously you see how good this is going. Everything seems to be on par. While I'm out here, would you happen to have a couple of those referrals that we talked about earlier?
Do we offer bird dogs at all for referrals?
Bird dog.
Like $100 for
Yeah.
a referral?
Yep, $100 gift card, for everybody that makes a purchase. So if you get a couple of names and one of those people names, you gotta make sure you let that referral know that, hey, we're gonna be giving the gift card, to your friend. But like I say, it's also important to get, just to get out there and be, you're the face of the company that was there that got them to do the project. So while the project's going on, it's nice to get out there and talk with the customer and make sure everything's going good for them. And it makes them feel warm and fuzzy. And then that way too, when you get a review from him at the end of the day, Dave was mentioning the social media and, that the one good thing, we gotta have 10 good things in order to counter that one bad thing. Because he just drops your reviews, right? Well, that's part of what your job is gonna have to be. Again, you're the face of the company. You're gonna have to go out there and, get with your customer. Get them to, just a little 10-second video, right? Hey, just tell us how you were and have them hold the sign. Oh, Rock Solid was great. I'd recommend them for anybody. Done. Not to mention how huge is that for a portfolio for you.
Right.
If you gotta go into a house and you've got all these pictures of you standing next to a homeowner, because of all the jobs you sold, now when you're in the close and they're going, well, geez, you guys seem like your prices are expensive. So you think, you're comparing me to Chuck and the Truck. Look at all the people I've dealt with that realize that good things aren't cheap and cheap things aren't any good, and they're putting something quality in there. If I was too expensive, do you think I would have all these homeowners?
Right.
Okay, being able to combat those higher prices. Okay, but there's a reason our prices are higher. Number one, we have quality products. Number two, we have warranties. Number three, you guys want to get paid. Right? Clean samples, clean car. Work shit, you're shit. I don't like that statement, but there's some validity to it. Keep your car clean. If it snows or rains for a couple days on end and you're driving around and your car's dirty, take it through the car wash. People you pull up in front of their house. They're probably watching you. They see your car, you pull up in a nice dirty car. People, you only have a few seconds to form a good impression.
Right.
And if your first impression is a dirty old car, it's not a good one. Keep it neat and clean. Keep your stuff organized. Don't have shit all over your back seat. Have shit all over your driver's seat. Listen, I get it. I know it's hard. My car turns into a mess when I'm running. Okay? But at the end of the day, I try to straighten everything all back up again. And then the next day up, it's a mess again. So it's a constant battle for me because I'm always going. But at the end of the day, hey, take a minute, clean your car out, make sure it's straight, get rid of the old coffee cups, the Burger King wrapper, all the shit that goes into it. Now, resulting your leads. We have a program, it's called Salesforce. You can see it's up there. That's a dashboard to the left. The one to the right, that's also available to you at any point in time, where you can see the installs. It breaks it all down. You can see to the left again. It talks about where that's actually the general office one, but you'll have your own individual dashboard where you can look and you can see your leads, you can see your sales, you can see where your numbers are, you can track everything you're doing. Okay, so it's because you're going to want to track your money. You sell a job, you're going to want to take your commission sheet, put one in the job jacket, make a copy, take it for yourself. So when the time comes for that commission, if there's any dispute in it, you've got your information at hand so that you can get it figured out. Now, typically, that's not such an issue. I mean, here, just so you know, I've been to a couple places where, it just seems like every time you turn a commission sheet in, they're penciling the fuck out of it. Okay, and you're like, what the fuck? Well, here, it gets reviewed, nothing gets touched on it until the job goes and gets installed. If there's any adjustment on that job, it'll be on the back end. And whether it's in your favor or not, okay? So it's not always gonna be, geez, every time I do an install, the job's getting whacked. Well, if it's getting whacked, then you're doing something wrong. Okay, because on the backside, Dave's constantly going, reviewing jobs after install and giving the guy more commission than he thought he had coming. I mean, don't get me wrong, that's always a good thing, better than the backside of it. So with the sales force, what you're able to do is you're able to track your results. Okay, this is extremely important, putting your results in there. It does a couple of things. First of all, it tells us what happened on the demonstration, okay, with you and the customer at the house. Another thing I do, especially when you guys are going through training, I follow up and see what your objection, why they didn't buy, why they did buy. What kind of package were you showing? Were you showing them siding or just a roof? Or were you, was there gutters with the roof? Whatever the scenario may be, we need to know what happened in that house, okay? Because one of the things I do too, I call the customers back up and I say, hey, I'm Joe with customer service. We had one of our representatives out the other day. Do you got time for a quick survey? And I like throwing in there, since you didn't make a purchase, so now they kind of feel bad, so that when I ask them to take a quick survey, they're well, yeah, since I said no, I can give you a couple minutes, and then when I go in there, I found, well, did he show up on time? Did he walk around the house and measure everything? Did he bring out his iPad? Did he show you the samples? Did he do this? Did he do, did they do that? Yeah. Well, geez, it sounds, at the end of the day, you were comfortable with my company, right? Well, yeah. And how about that warranty? Was the warranty something you liked? Yeah, the warranty was awesome. And how about the products? Did the products fit what you were looking for? Yeah, that's, when I get this done, that's what I want to do. Well, geez, folks, it seems like everything's there. Why didn't you make the decision to buy? Okay? And a lot of times I'll get, maybe even a different answer out of the customer than what you resulted. Okay? But at least if I have all that information in there, you guys see where I'm going with my conversation on them on the phone the next day, right? Well, geez, sounds like everything's right there. You know what? We got some rebates that came across. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to send my guy back out there and he's going to show you an even better price. If it's something that, since you like everything and everything's ready to go, I'm going to send him back out there and show you a better price. Fair enough? And you're going to be ready to buy. You're not going to, this isn't, this is a one-time thing because we don't have very many of them to offer. Okay? So, now guys going back out there, it takes him 15 minutes, he's writing up a contract. Okay? So results are extremely important. You can see at the bottom, any tampering or deleting of notes is grounds for immediate termination. Well, guys, you're lying to us. Don't lie to us. Lie to girls. Don't lie to us. Put your shit in there. All right. All the paperwork must be neat, clean, and complete. Turned in the following day by noon. Okay? We get it, guys. You're out on the road. You worked all day Saturday. You got a 9 o'clock, a 3 o'clock, and a 6 o'clock on Monday, and you don't have time to bring that contract in. That's why you get here at 9 o'clock on Tuesday, so you can get your contracts in and get everything put in there. What we mean by neat and clean, okay? It has to be read by multiple people. If we got to sit there and try and guess your handwriting and what that word is and what this means and that means, you're going to have to take your time and slow down and make it legible. Okay, this isn't just, we're not doctors, we're not writing prescriptions, okay? The contracts are a very important part of what we do, because not only does it clarify what we're doing as a company, but it also backs us when we're going to a customer and they're trying to tell us that we should be doing something that we're not, okay? I'll just give you a quick example. You go out and you're talking to a customer and he just goes, well, what about my shed? How much is my shed gonna cost? Oh, that looks like it's about 3 squares. Oh, it's another $600. No, forget it. Now we go out there and do the job. Okay? Says nothing in the contract about the shed. We're putting his roof on. Guys are wrapping up, they're getting ready. Hey, what about my shed? We talked about my shed. I was supposed to get my shed done. Well, it's not in the paperwork. Well, I talked to my salesman about putting that shed. Okay. when you're doing the contract, not to do shed.
Right.
You go back over it with the customer. Now, as we talked, I know you were thinking about the shed, but we're not gonna do the shed. Okay? That's complete. Okay, that's a complete paperwork. Okay. Now, writing the contract is one thing, but then you got the measure sheet. Obviously, if you have a deposit, you're gonna be turning that in with the job jacket. A generic credit app. We have instant approval for our financing. Okay, you're sitting at the house, you take a picture of their driver's license, punch a few things in, and you'll get an approval or a not approval right there while you're in the house. Okay, if you don't get an approval,
Amount up to, or?
oh yeah, they'll give it an up to amount. They'll even give you,
Customers see that or no?
yeah, oh yeah, they'll get everything.
Okay,
You know, they'll see, because you put in their email address and
got it.
automatically, as soon as it gets approved, they get sent an email. While you're there, typically we tell the guys, hey, have them sign their bank docs. They go right in, they do an e-sign right there.
Right.
That's done and over with. Now, if you have, say they're declined, we typically don't say they're declined, we'll tell them, and this is where our little white lies come in. Hey folks, there must be a glitch with the program or something, it hasn't come back yet. We're still waiting on an approval. In the meantime, let's do this, let's fill out, and we got a generic credit app that, you know, you have to have the customer fill out. Because we have some different options with some of our other lenders, but you don't want to scare them away. You know, oh shit, you're declined, here, fill out this credit report, or this credit app. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. You know, so you just tell them, hey, listen, must be a glitch with the program today. Sometimes when a lot of people are applying, it bogs down and it doesn't give us an answer right away. Here, do me a favor, let's fill out this credit app. Get all their information, a picture of their driver's license, and bring the app in, and we've got some different lenders
what
that
does
we
fix
can,
it mean?
we can try. Now, photos.
Okay, well, that's what I'm saying, that's what the question is.
One of the things,
The customer's under the impression we're
you
wrapping
guys
it.
may have heard us over talking, or I can't remember if I
Retrimming it
mentioned
out.
it, or because of who I've been talking
So
to,
what
but,
exactly?
pictures. So the guy's gotta go back out and get pictures, right? Okay? He didn't take them the day he was there. When you're out there measuring a job, okay? I don't care whether you sell it or not, just start taking, take some of the pictures. For the hover, I shouldn't say
That's
for
how you got
sellers.
that. That's what we need to know, you need to spell.
Because you're gonna get them in the hover for the
What
roast.
exactly,
okay?
call
If
more
you're
than
selling
that,
gutters,
exactly,
you
they're
sell a gutter
explaining
job,
what we're doing.
and there's areas where the soffit has to be fixed,
You know
or
what
we're
exactly
fixing the
specifically
fascia or
we're doing.
whatever. And even regardless if we're not, just walk around and give me 4 or 5 pictures of the house. Take a picture from the front, take a picture from the corner, maybe the side, the other side. Walk around the house and get multiple pictures, making sure you're showing everything. You can see here where it says specifically in the soffit area. That's more for the roofing, because we have to identify how much ice and water shield we're using, how much ventilation is in the house. Do we need to add ventilation? If we have all that information, we're not guessing when it goes into production to go out there and do the proper job. Now, pitch and miss paperwork. You're gonna have a 4-box sheet. Do me a favor. Where it says roof price, to the left there, grab one of those, grab 2 of those. No, the one below it. Okay. Basically, when we're presenting prices, this is what we do. We have a 4-box format.
It's like 4 square in the car business.
What's that?
Similar to what the car business does with a 4 square.
Do you? Okay. Kind of a good, better, best system, so to speak, in some terms. You see the 4th one is always our high price. When you're in a house, you're gonna wanna take a picture of this, because this is basically what you're leaving the customer. Okay, the only pricing you ever write on this is the list and then your 30-day price. You don't write any discounts, you don't do any of that kind of stuff, and leave it with the customer, okay? If I tell the customer if they act today and I can give them this price, and I say, and you can put a sign in the air, but if I can only do this today while I'm here. But then I leave, and I leave that number with them. What did I just tell them?
Today only.
Then I'm full of bullshit, I'm full of shit. I told you that it was today only and then I'm gonna leave them that price. No, I'm not leaving you that price. Here's your prices, okay? We don't have this sheet. So you guys need to take a picture of it, so we know where your pricing's at. Obviously, you're gonna bring in a measure sheet. You're gonna have that with you the next day. Again, the photos, and then a survey. We'll go over the survey here in a little bit, but these are things that you need to bring back to the office. There's a couple reasons why. First of all, making sure that you guys are presenting everything in the house properly. And also on the back end of it. So when I do call that customer back up to try and rehash it and get it back in the books, because when you guys discount down, there's still a little bit of money left in there. And that's the reason, just like Dave said, everybody's closable, but are they closable that day? Maybe the guy just had a bad day at work. You know, maybe he didn't like you. You look like the kid next door that used to pick on my sister, right? I hate that fucker. So you get, you know, people form those opinions of people. You know, so there's reasons why that happens. So we leave a little bit of money in the job so that we can go back after it the next day and see if we can't get, you know, if they're happy with you, I'll send you back out. You know, because the way we approach it is completely different than what you were offering them while you were in the house. So if they liked you, they did this, they did, well, yeah, you know, we were kind of thinking about it, we were probably gonna call them back. I mean, if they say something like that, I'll dig in a little deeper. But for the most part, my phone call, not only is it a little bit fact-finding on my end about what you guys are doing in the house, but also, you know, trying to get that customer back on board and still make a sale. So if you've had great rapport with the customer, they're happy with you. The young guy that was in here, Anthony, I don't know what it was. It was just, I had a bunch of his, man. They were rehashing, and I was, Anthony, and they loved him. They loved him. They just didn't make the purchase. But I had set it all up, sent it back out. He was just writing deals left and right again, because he was going back on the rehashes I was setting up, okay? Now, obviously, some of that were, probably he could have closed them while he was in the house, okay? That's where practice, you know, makes perfect, and the better you get at closing, the more of those you're gonna put in your pocket instead of having to go back and do it. CICs, that's change in contract. If you need to get a CIC, it's not something that we'll take you off the appointments